Facebook wants you to know that they are definitely not listening into your conversations that you have in private and then using that to sell you ads. Like, they would never do that, trust us. This comes because Rob Goldman, the tech giant's vice president of ads, was responding to a tweet by PJ Vogt, the presenter of a tech podcast called Reply All. Mr. Vogt had asked for details of the specific occasions where an advert would appear as related to interpersonal conversations. So conversations that you didn't have over the phone, you didn't type in on your little computer, something that you had with a friend. For example, Sophie, who's joining me on the show today. Rob Goldman said, I run ads product at Facebook. We don't and have never used your microphone for ads. Just not true. When another Twitter user asked, well, what about Instagram? Because Facebook owns Instagram, like, what about Instagram? He responded with a swift quote, yes. So that means that neither Facebook nor Instagram are listening in. However, PJ Vogt got 100 of replies to his original tweet saying, this is a little bit suspicious, a little fishy, something's going on. A coworker got an ad saying, so you popped the question minutes after he proposed before he told anyone it had happened, wrote Tori Hoover. Another Twitter user said, at work, happened to me though earlier this year, working as a barista, got a burn, talked to my partner in person about it, went to Target, bought the cream, and saw an ad on Facebook for the exact product I purchased. Never searched for the product either, wrote Brigitte Bonsoro. So there are some people that are saying, Facebook, I'm calling your bluff. I think that you guys are full of shit. And Facebook denied the practice earlier in 2016, saying, we show ads based on people's interests and other profile information, not what you're talking out loud about. Sophie, I would like to hear from you. Also, we did film this on Halloween.
You said that you think that Facebook.
Pretty much 90% of the conspiracy theories that we will ever cover on this show, I will just go down the rabbit hole of because I live in madness and lies.
Okay, well, I asked my boyfriend about it and
okay, you're not better than me.
Well, he studied technology, so he kind of knows a little bit more. And are you okay?
Over to you.
Okay, well, he thinks that Facebook does not listen to people talking, but they definitely do record. For example, not like when I'm talking to you right now, but if I were to call you through Messenger, they would listen on and they would record.
Oh, damn.
Because, I mean, people use Messenger. Do you use Messenger?
I literally called my friend in London yesterday on the Facebook Messenger app.
Yeah, I mean, it's free and it's just through Wi-Fi. So, I mean, they say, like even Brett said last week that if they're not charging you, then you're the product. And they're taking your information through the phone calls. So they're getting information through the phone calls, but they're not like listening to you when we're talking in person.
Okay, so you don't believe that they are listening to our interpersonal conversations.
Yeah.
However, you do think that they are recording the conversations that we have on their services and then they do use that to sell us stuff.
No, they aren't there yet in the advancements.
But
because
they're trying.
Well, my boyfriend said they need to gather enough information to learn the natural consistencies of language. And they haven't done that yet.
How does he know that?
Because he's done a lot of research. Like he reads into these tech stuff.
Okay.
And so he doesn't
trust that for sure.
Yeah, he doesn't think that they understand us talking yet. For example, when we use like Google and we use like, hey Google, like they're learning our speech, like how we talk normally in person, compared to like when we're typing in on Google. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're so right. That's why the first rollouts of like Alexa were so awful because Alexa didn't know shit about what we were saying. Or Siri. Siri is a better example because I remember when Siri first came out, you'd be like, Siri, give me directions to McDonald's, and they'd be like, did you want to call Allie McDonald? And I'm like, no, you fucking know I don't want to do that. I haven't talked to her in years.
Yeah, so they're not there yet, but they might in the future. Right now, they're just gathering data.
So BBC presented their own theory on this, saying that they believe that the instances of this are purely coincidental, saying if you take something that has a tiny chance of occurring and give it enough opportunities to occur, it inevitably will happen, said mathematics professor David Hand from Imperial College London when the BBC investigated whether smartphones were listening in to conversations last year. So some people are saying it's coincidental. Some people, in the case of your boyfriend, thank you for contributing, Ryan, think that maybe something could be ramping up and they're just testing it out. I fully believe that we are all being watched, that this is the Truman Show. and it's just a matter of time.
And then that person in the article, it could probably just be confirmational bias.
That's true. I mean, I think that's a big part of this as well.
So like, maybe they're like, oh, they're probably listening, and they're finding all the instances of like, oh, someone's listening. And then it could be that like he's been looking up rings on his phone for like his proposal, and then they're like, oh, it was just a coincidence that they sent that ad right after he proposed.
Yeah, that could be interesting. Because I mean, as someone who has recently proposed, it's not something that there's a lot that goes into the planning of it that you might not even think of. Like for example, I was on Etsy looking at ring boxes, not rings, but just like ring boxes. Could have been a ring for anything, you know? I mean, I guess it's kind of weird to give your girlfriend a ring if it's not a proposal. That seems cruel, but it could have been. It could have, or like for a gift for my grandmother or something. So this is interesting. We want to hear from you in the comment section below. Number one, what did you go as for Halloween? Number two, do you think that Facebook and Instagram are listening in? And number three, say hi to Sophie in the comment section because I love having her on the show. Bye, that's all.